For owner-based organization, you find that people work at your pace. So if they see you're very aggressive, they will do the same. If they see you don't mind what is happening, they do the same. So the moment you put this structure in line and you're able to oversee it and you're able to enhance it, then you can be able to run the organization very, very well. Karibuni sana. Hello, how are you? Karibuni sana to this wonderful session today. I'm your cheerleader of dreams, and in this channel we talk about simple practical ideas on how you can start, grow and scale your successful business. My name is Dr. Regina Kenori, and today we have a very interesting topic. We'll be talking about building organizational structures. I'm the CEO, LWK Africa. Most welcome. So when you talk about organizational structures, this is how you communicate, you build departments within the organization, and how this department communicate together. They push all the work together in achieving the company's goal or the vision of the company. Remember, we've talked about vision, we've talked about the mission of the organization, and I hope all the teams within the organization, they really understand this, because the moment they understand the vision and the mission of the organization, they can be able to pull your resources and be able to work as a team in achieving that. So organizational structure is what is helping you do that. So this task allocation and coordination and supervision, this is directing the organizational communication towards one channel. And in building this organizational structure, we first understand the components of it. And we start with the hierarchy of authority. Who reports to who? So who reports to who? Depending, it doesn't matter if you're having 2 staff to 100 to 500, it is who reports to who. So that is very, very important. And what departments do we have within the organization? These departments could be sales, procurement, accounts, and finance. We have manufacturing, if you have the manufacturing department. We have HR. There are so many organizations within the organization that should be put in place. And the people within the organization, do they understand their JD or their job description? What do they come to do in the organization every single day? The description of their work is very, very important. That when someone comes in the organization, and for instance they come as an account assistant, this is their JD, this is the work, the daily work that they are expected to be able to do. And after they do this, this is the report they are supposed to provide. Remember, when we talk about the organizational structure, we also talk about reporting at every department. So the reporting should be done. So the account assistant, there's something they are supposed to provide, possibly to the chief accountant or to the other manager. And the communication, how that communication moves, is very, very important. So you find the other organizational structures, they have the CEO, they have managers, they have departmental managers, they have supervisors, they have assistants down there. That communication is extremely important. But the biggest portion is understanding the duties and responsibility of each person per category. So that is very, very important. And after we look at the roles and responsibilities per section, and we define it, we are able now to channel a communication channel that we are able to communicate within these departments. Then this organizational structure should be built in a way that it allows scalability, and that when you're going to have another department, it can be able to be fixed somewhere. If you're going to open another branch, it's going to be fixed somewhere. For instance, if you talk about organizations that even have branches, Are these branches going to operate independently, or are these branches going to be interlinked? So there's a communication that is flowing upon these branches. Do we have a headquarter where this headquarter is supposed to give information to the rest of the branches on each item or anything, and reporting should be done? So when I go to an organization and I find that they are having so many issues with their structures, or they people don't understand what they are supposed to be doing when they come to the organization, we find that there are a lot of issues. So there's a lot of structures that should be happening. Then the organizational structure should also be documented. It should be documented that everybody within the organization is able to understand their role, their responsibility, at what time is the command, what is their point of command. It is very, very important. So documentation, and every employee should be taken through to understand what happens and what is their role. Then also, what you can also do is to keep reviewing this organizational structure. Keep asking feedback from the employees. Are they comfortable? Are there bottlenecks when it comes to how communication is moving? You find some organizations suffer from a lot of politics. There's a lot of politics, there's a lot of issues, there's a promotion that is unfair, nepotism, favorism, because the structure is not very well defined. It should be put on a plain level ground. That doesn't matter the position you are in. If this KPIs, you meet them, then you're able to move to the next department. So the importance of that structure is to make sure that when the employee comes in the organization, is a level playing ground for them to be able to work and grow. So if they find that there are some people in the authority or some people in this hierarchy that make decisions for everybody else and nobody else matters their decision, you find an organization that doesn't grow as it should be. So also when it comes to the owner of the business, those businesses which are owner managed, possibly they don't have a board of director, or they don't have their owner managed. There's a lot of structures that should be done. Remember, you as the owner, you could be the core, or you also having responsibilities within the organization. So for you, even as an owner of the organization, you should be able to understand what is your role, what is your responsibility. So when you come to the organization, you are able to understand, when I come here on a daily basis, I do A, B, C, D. So that also everybody else understands your role. So, and also you can be able to direct and oversee the rest of the organization, how they are functioning. So mostly for owner-based organization, you find that people work at your pace. So if they see you're very aggressive, they will do the same. If they see you don't mind what is happening, they do the same. So the moment you put this structure in line and you're able to oversee it and you're able to enhance it, then you can be able to run the organization very, very well. Remember, some of the owner base, some of you are unable to pull themselves out of the business. You're like, you're always there, you're stressed up, the company is overwhelming you, it is growing, but it is really overwhelming you. You need to look at how you do those structures, who reports to you, and you also learn to do delegation. As you bring these managers and as you equip your employees, you have to learn delegation. And let nobody within the organization be irreplaceable. Like you're having somebody who is operating a role that if they go or they on leave, is like the company is stagnant, is not operational. you should be having that all those vital roles, there are people also else who can be able to stand in and be able to understand the work that is done. Also for you as an entrepreneur, you have to learn delegation. You have to be able to learn how to equip your staff and equip your managers so that they can help you work, so that your core work could be strategic decisions and other things at the end of the day. In the next video, I'm going to talk about enhancing your processes. And as an entrepreneur, especially people who run their organization, that will be very key. So that the moment you build the organizational structure, then you enhance your processes. And then with the two, you can be able to run and keep enhancing a year after a year. And at the end of the day, that organization will be able to run in the foreseeable future, even when you retire as a director of the organization. Most of our organizations, especially owner-based, when the owner retires or the owner dies, mostly you find that the organization is unable to survive properly, or it's unable to scale anymore, or even to the worst, it collapses through the owner is not available. Why? There are so many reasons. One of the reasons is that you are not able to build organizational structure. The next of the things is that you held those vital positions within the organization that you should have released to people who you should have built them. Then also your processes were not okay. So there are so many things. So for you as an owner, if you want to build your business that it can go to generations, then there's a lot of work that you need to do, especially in building your organizational structure and enhancing your company processes. So I'm so happy. Let's meet to the other video when you'll be talking about building the organizational processes. Thank you.